Hi everyone, this is Xbyte Spider. Usually it would be me and Clayton here, but Clayton's gone AWOL for the moment, so it's just gonna be me. We're having this hangout because we have someone who claims to be an ex-creationist, um, and someone I've dealt with like before. It's gonna be an interesting talk. I'm going to invite him over. Lamont, can you send me a link to it?
Sure.
And hopefully we can have a productive conversation.
See you on the Facebook page.
Okay. Are we gonna have anyone else come on here?
Not that I'm aware of.
All right, they might come in just to
Unless you
hang out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sending in. Is the background noise like under control?
My background noise? Yours?
Like from my end, it's not that bad.
Yeah, a little noisy, but.
Yeah, I'm in a public place because my Wi-Fi at home is really shitty.
I've been there before. I used to broadcast from McDonald's.
Oh yeah. He's online. He should be on here in a little bit. Okay. So when this is over, you can just end the recording, and then if you have to render it and stuff, and then you can just forward it to me, and I'll re-upload it on my channel.
Cool.
Kyle, is that you?
Yep.
How are you?
Good.
That's good. Thanks for coming. Just a little bit of a spontaneous thing for both of us.
Yeah, I had to log on to my YouTube, my Facebook, so kind of took a few seconds, but it's fine.
Okay. Well, I don't really have a lot of things planned out for us to talk about, but I did want to ask, like, what your general background is. Like, did you grow up really religious, or was it something that just kind of built up over time?
I think, well, the thing, I've never, when I was like, you know, I never even heard of creationism. I just never, I didn't view any side. I wasn't grown up into it. I just never really understood evolution. I never understood creation. Once I heard about creation, though, then I really started to like it. You know, if you don't know about science, obviously, you're gonna, you know, go whatever your worldview best supports. So I became a younger creationist.
I see.
Can you hear me very well? Am I too loud, or is it okay?
No, you're good. You're good. It's good, actually.
Okay.
So what happens? Like, I'm assuming that your conversion happened not pretty recently, right?
Yeah. very recently I became a theistic evolutionist, mainly because there's really it's creationism is a seco theology. That's what really made me go away from it. It's a seco theology. You know, I already knew it was
What
a seco science, but it's also a seco theology as well. So
what exactly does that mean?
it's not supported. Like most scholars don't, like even the church fathers didn't interpret the Bible literally. Like come on, you're gonna interpret
Mm,
it literally? I mean, it's ridiculous. Like there's verses in the Bible that says Jesus is a vine. No one actually believes that. It doesn't make any sense. It's a
mhm.
seco theology.
Okay. So what makes you remain a religious person? However.
I think my grandfather was the one that influenced me, but he didn't push it on me. He kind of made my own decision. So I just, you know, I was very, when I was exposed to multiple worldviews when I was little, and I just
Mhm.
chose, you know, Christianity and stuff like that. So
Was that just because it was you just had some ties with that, not because of
yeah,
some real
yeah.
reason
No one,
for it?
I was not, you know, pushed on it. I just kind of, that's what I believed in.
Hmm.
I didn't really understood it. I just, you know, thought God, whatever. Now I understand it much better, but that's what got me into.
Hmm.
And then, of course, later on, I got involved in young Earth creationism, and it just kind of, I don't know, now I'm totally against it, but I really liked it for a while, and then I got away from it.
Like, did you listen to certain creationists?
Yeah, like Kent Hovind, Kent Ham, some other, I don't know all the creationists. I know those are the, you know, most popular ones, but yeah,
Hmm.
I listened to like the most popular creationist.
Yeah, and you just took it to heart.
Yeah, I just did. Oh, I guess this is true, right? There's some guy in YouTube, you know, saying stuff. Cause you know, if you go on YouTube, you can freaking look up anything on Kent
Yeah,
Hovind, you know,
yeah,
whatever.
it's amazing how so many people can just take the word of an authority, of an authoritative figure,
I know.
and they substitute what their figure tells them in place of what they actually know, instead of questioning and trying to understand something. They just go with
Exactly. I never
their authority.
like, you know, I just was just like, oh, whatever. I'll just, you know, I didn't question it. You know, I never really thought about it. I didn't look at the other side of the argument. So I
Mm.
just, you know, whatever.
You said you had some like resources, something about scientific creationism.
Oh yeah, I have
Is
this
that?
book called Scientific Creationism. It's the book that really got me sucked up into it. It's written by Henry M. Morris. He's the
Oh, I've
father
heard.
of young Earth creation. I think he was like the former president of the creationist
Yeah.
movement. He's the one that started it, and like I think it was like 40 years ago. Um, yeah,
What kind
man.
of book was it? Is like an encyclopedia or?
No, I actually have a hard copy of it with me in my hand right now.
Yeah. Like what exactly does it say?
Here, I'll show you. See, you can go on the internet and look it up if you want.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. But like,
So, yeah, wait, what were you saying? Sorry.
uh, I was gonna say um, like you know the kind of claims that that book makes,
Oh yeah,
and I'm
dude, I read the whole book, so I'm gonna go over just some. The first chapter, well, actually, the prelude before that. It talks about like how the movement started. So the creation movement started when they wanted to have private Christian schools that taught this. So like basically, the Earth is 6,000 years old, evolution, hoax, stuff like that. So the first chapter goes over evolution or creation. So it basically tries to, you know, cherry pick these evidence and say, oh, it supports creation, not evolution.
mm-hmm. They
if you
already
start,
put the false dichotomy thing
yeah,
on already.
if you go like page 6, it talks about how the evolution theory doesn't support the origin of life. We all know that the evolution theory doesn't say that, but
Yeah.
they assume. So automatically, you can tell they're using straw man. All right. So now, page 13. It's like it has a chart of. All right. So I'm gonna go. So evolution model constantly starts changing. Well, obviously we know evolution has nothing to do with astronomy, so I'm gonna skip
Mhm.
that. Life evolving from non-life again. Evolution never claims that. New kinds appearing. Yeah, that we
Oh
see
god.
speciation, stuff like that. Mutations beneficial when really evolution doesn't say that either. Um,
Hmm.
so I mean I can go on and on. I mean there's so much straw man in the first chapter.
And it's like they never have any new points, aren't they? Like
Exactly,
since that book came out, it seems like nothing has evolved, for lack of a better term, for their claims.
exactly. The only claims that are new are probably like claims that like oh evolution there because obviously we all know there are some a little holes in evolution that we don't know about, but that doesn't mean that the whole theory is wrong. I mean, come on.
Yeah, yeah. Because evolution, like, is a theory that encompasses a lot of different ideas and
Exactly,
explanations to form one big scientific theory that one cannot just dismiss on with just one aspect. It's a
exactly,
conglomeration of a lot of different areas, and it seems like that's one of the major problems with these people who accept creationism on
exactly,
face, because they don't seem to appreciate the nuance and the non-simplicity that science offers. Because it's not like as simple as 2 plus 2. It's more like many square roots and fractions all adding and dividing together.
exactly. I'm gonna continue on.
Yeah.
So basically, chapter 2 goes about chaos, or it talks about the stars. We all know that evolution says nothing about astronomy. Again, this entire chapter 2, is a complete straw man. Like literally, because there's nowhere in the evolution theory that even talks about stars, and it only talks about biology and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip that part. All right, so now it talks about chapter 3 talks about mutations and the laws of thermodynamics, entropy, how it doesn't disprove evolution. All right, so again another straw man.
Hmm.
So basically, I mean, probably like 99% of these arguments in this book are the same arguments that they're using today, the same debunked arguments. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's all they have, really.
All right, so let me skip over variations, no proof for macro, whatever. I don't. It's straw man. All right, so now chapter 4. I haven't really gotten deep into this one, but it talks about the complexity. It basically goes over the argument of irreducible complexity and how life is too complex for it to have evolved, stuff like
Hmm.
that. Again, you know, it's the same. It's literally the same arguments to that they're using today. It's
Oh yeah.
ridiculous. Talks about abiogenesis, how it doesn't support evolution, even though evolution never
Well,
claims.
biogenesis and evolution have nothing to do with each other,
Exactly.
but they think it's the same thing.
All right, so now chapter 5. So now it talks about the fossils on information. In informationism or catastrophicism. If you ever heard of those,
Hmm.
I know you study in paleontology, so you might know a lot about this one. It talks about the
Oh yeah.
message, the fossils. There's claims that there's no traditional fossils. They're all fake and blah blah blah. Again,
Hmm.
more straw men, like literally the whole thing is straw man. Like it's ridiculous.